tonight's episode of Expedition Dogman. My name's Jamie, and I'll be your host for this evening. Just a little bit of admin. I do appreciate everybody who has subscribed, but I have noticed that over 70% are still not subscribing to this channel. So please do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, as we want to get this channel out to as many people as possible, so that way they can know exactly what a dogman truly is, and that way they can be prepared if they ever do meet one. Anyway, now that the admin's out of the road, tonight's episode. I did mention last week that tonight's episode was going to be a little bit of a conspiracy video, also it will appear in many of your eyes. I did mention over the past few weeks about the government, especially about the US government, in fact. So tonight's episode, the government cover-up. Well, let's begin. I have had some information sent for me from a person called Lieutenant. He has mentioned that the US government and the CIA are all in on this. He goes on to mention about how they're super soldiers and that they've been implemented with tracking devices. Apparently, this came from a close friend of his who has ties with the government, and they're also interested in cloaking. Well, we've talked about cloaking before in Dogman, Real Life Predator, how these creatures have the ability to form into their environment. It's something to do with their fur. It's interesting. And he does go on to mention how those that don't comply are sent to live in the national forests. And the other channels have been covering this over the past few weeks, and they have been mentioning to the facts that people are going missing in the parks every year, and these are put down as unexplained, and people don't know what's been taken them, or do they? Personally, I think they do. They're not going to go out and say, "Oh, there's a dogman running around our forest. Come and have a look." Same with Bigfoot. Yes, I know I said this was going to be a channel dedicated to Dogman, but Bigfoot does have to have a few little mentions here and there, so please bear with. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, Dogman has their own territory, so does Bigfoot. Now, they both sometimes do share national parks, and this alone is covered up by the government. They know exactly where these dogmen are, they know what they are, they know literally everything about them. I've mentioned this before about Expedition Bigfoot, to the fact that when they did get to Washington National Park, that is, there was greeted even by helicopters flying overhead, and they got onto talking to Ben from Paranormal Fact or Fact, and he mentioned that the US government indeed knows about Bigfoot. So the question then remains, do they know about Dogman? Well, yes. If they know about Bigfoot and to where Bigfoot is, then it's exactly the same as Dogman. Jeff Connolly, I think I'm pronouncing his name right, I'm not sure. He runs a successful little YouTube channel, and he's been talking to somebody called Victor. Now, Victor is a CIA operative, and he has mentioned that dogmen are being taken to the places like Afghanistan. To me, it seems a bit far-fetched that the government are using them, but I must state that I truly, honestly do believe that these creatures are known by the government, whether they're tracking them or not. I'm not entirely a believer on that one, but the reason why the national parks don't want the truth coming out is the fact that they gain so much money through tourism, and that's how they make their living. Now, if the truth came out that a dogman was roaming around, people wouldn't want to go, and this in turn would lose their money. The problem, again, with this world at the moment, it's very money orientated. They don't want any truths to come out if it affects their profit margin, and this is the problem we find. It's the reason why research isn't done, because people don't want to talk about it. I've mentioned it before in Werewolves Are Not What You Think. I'll link that video in the description channel below, and also at the end, so please do keep watching. And please do remember to like and subscribe. Anyway, moving on. I mentioned in Werewolves Are Not What You Think how the human brain doesn't want to process the fact that it's seen a creature like this, and that is why not as much is known about them. There's me and a fair few others that are on the ground trying to get the information so that way we can bring it to you. So please, please do like and subscribe. Anyway, why don't other people talk about them? Well, it's human brains. They don't want to accept the unknown, and the government is certainly not helping matters. Recently, we've had a lot of UFO disclosures, but also during a pandemic. I do hope you're all keeping safe and well, by the way. But will they ever truly disclose Dogman? Will they ever truly disclose what is going on out there? I'd like to say they would, but we can never be too sure in this day and age. Apparently, by 2026, there is going to be a massive paranormal disclosure, so we can only hope and pray. Anyway, comment down in the comment section below. Do you think the government know about these creatures? And until next time, my fairy friends, be aware of the howl.